welcome to another timeless reading. So this reading might not be for you. If not, it's okay. There's probably one in the past or one coming that is for you. So keep that in mind, okay? So the more people that like and subscribe and hit the bell, the more this is going to be accurate for the collective that we have here. Okay, so the cards we're starting out with are the Empress and the Five of Water, which means the Five of Cups. This Empress actually came out in reverse, but let me read it to you. You can see it's a beautiful angel. Okay, so it has to do with the number 3, so that might be important to you. Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So what this is telling me, because it really came out in reverse, was like, okay, these people have this highest timeline that they're stepping into, and this Five of Cups, okay, things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. But we know the Five of Cups can be a little more real than that, okay? I'm not belittling what you're going through by calling it spilled milk, but again, from the eyes of the divine, nothing's too big to overcome. From the eyes of the divine, nothing is too big to receive, okay? So really this message right here already is you stepping into your highest timeline, and either the people around you or your doubts are creeping up on you. There's just some elements of doubt is the energy that I'm getting. So if this sounds like you, stick around, okay? This reading's gonna be some inspiration for you and what you need to hear, all right? And I set the intentions with all of my videos that this video will reach everyone it's meant to reach, okay? Whenever it's meant to reach. So if it's a year from now, it'll still be up and it'll still be relevant to you, okay? And also, this won't apply timelessly, but the moon is in Gemini and people are acting out right now, okay? So keep that in mind. It might not be in Gemini when you watch this, but there is some like Gemini moon energy for real, okay? So again, you're stepping into this version of yourself, and what I'm getting is that like you might feel like you're just getting comfortable, or you're just getting back to this state, and obviously we can't really go back, but you know, in the forward evolution, it's like you're remembering things with the Six of Cups. You're remembering things that used to bring you joy, that used to make you feel like that Empress energy in your life, like you were capable of everything, like you had this very active sacral energy, okay? You took pleasure in your everyday life, okay? And so, okay, and now I'm seeing the Justice. So again, I feel like there's some type of attack on that, and I don't say attack in a fearful way. I'm not saying there's anything you should be afraid of, okay? We're not, the whole point of this reading is really getting out of your own way and dissolving those fears, okay? Yes, we're dissolving fears. So I'm gonna get out some tarot to talk more specifically about what it is that is going on with you guys. So you're definitely stepping into your Empress era, and it does not matter if you're male or female or anything in between. Okay, Empress energy is an archetype, and she's very nurturing. She's very, it's a very feminine archetype, okay? And I'm gonna talk later at a later time about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. I think it is a tool that everyone needs to master within themselves. Rather you identify as more masculine or more feminine, there are these principles everywhere in nature and also within you, okay? So at a later time, we'll talk a little bit now about balancing those energies, but I really want to dive deep into that because I think it's going to give you guys like the gas you need to get where you're going. Okay, so let's talk more about this. Moving into, oh wow, okay. I have the Five of Cups again. So when a card comes out twice, it really serves us well to, like, let's look at this, okay? Let's slow down and look at this dynamic. So here you are, and you see your dreams, you see your visions, okay? You see them very clearly, and it's like this looming energy of, again, either doubt or something from other people, okay? Judgments could have to do with this, or there's some sense of grief, like you feel like you lost a part of yourself, or like something was taken from you. And I just want to say also that anytime you level up, Queen of Wands, anytime you level up in life, it's always going to have some element of grief. Okay, and I don't feel like people really mention this, but I want to talk about it because it is natural and it's normal, and it's honestly, if you don't have some level of that, then something's probably off. So there's this new level that you're reaching, okay? The door's opening wide for you. And there's this sense of like having to leave behind things that you are very attached to. Okay. So emotionally, you know, you might have a lot of things that are going really well for you. You might be really excited. So it might be like this confusion around why you're feeling down. Some of you know why, but again, it's like in this limbo state, okay? You know you can't bring certain habits, people, things, circumstances with you to this next level. And so I'm feeling like this grief of leaving behind what you got so accustomed to. It's almost like, this is extreme, but like Stockholm syndrome, okay? When you just get so used to a certain level of dissatisfaction, and again, that's an extreme example, but it very much applies, because you get so used to like, you know, either struggling in this way, struggling in that way, or with this person, or whatever situation it is that's triggering this grief. It's a whole thing to really let go of that. Okay, and I've had this chunk of cards come out, and I don't normally read them in chunks. I like to get card by card, but I'm going to go through them. We're gonna go through them together. And I keep looking at my face while I'm talking, but the camera's over here. I hope this comes up a lot better on your screen, okay? I got a better camera. It's an iPhone still, but it's like a better quality iPhone. And also, I have my mic here. But even when I turn my air off in my apartment, my neighbor's thing is still right outside. So I hope that doesn't affect the message, okay? So let's look at this. 8 of Swords. You might feel like, okay, so when I get the confidence, when I get the crown, when I'm, you know, fully embodying this bad bitch Empress energy, what am I gonna do with it? Okay, you might be feeling directionless. Like, what's the right steps to take? Like, okay, will those things even make me happy? When you acquire things, you really only want things in order to feel happiness, right? That's why we want anything at all, because of the way it would make us feel. Okay, and that's just the bare bones of it. But it's like, then what? And I think some of you are coming to your own awareness of what time really is in your relationship to time. Okay, and that's when we start talking about time and space. That's 4th dimension, and that's a very powerful place to be. You can't create anything new from the 3D. The 3D is already created. So when you're in that 4D state of mind, you start to see your power, okay? You start to see things come to you in the fashion that you would like, okay? And so I want to say, there's something to be said for slowing down, okay? If you want to control time, you have to learn how to breathe. And that's just the truth. You have to learn how to breathe to manage time or space. If you are a mother or a parent, or let's say you're just in a work environment and you're like, I just need some space, that space is found within your breath. Okay, and I hope as we go on, the more time we spend together here, the more the things that I'm saying are gonna make sense, because I really don't see any other tarot readers, and there probably are somewhere, but I don't see any other tarot readers talking about this. Okay, so, and a lot of the things that I mentioned, but that's aside from the point. You're wondering where you're gonna go. Okay, you're feeling stuck. We have the Hangman. Feeling stuck, directionless, like, again, it's an energy of no matter how hard you try, you're kind of just spinning your wheels. All right, so the first step in getting out of this is breathing, learning how to breathe. Okay, that time space is space and time, always now. Time is always now. You might need a pen and paper for my readings and just kind of write some of these things down, and then do your own inquisitive research after the reading, because if anything's not making sense to you right now, just trust that it will very soon, because you clicked on this for a reason. So your connection with your breath is going to reflect in your connection, your relationship with time and also space. So definitely breathing is going to give you deep breathing, not just regular breathing. I'm talking about conscious in and out, and deep, shallow breaths is where we start to feel that anxiety, feel it just, honestly, it's the lack of oxygen coursing through our bodies. Okay, that's where a lot of anxiety comes from, is shallow breathing. And it also, there's a lot of illnesses that come along with that over time also. So the next we have the High Priestess. Your connection to the universe, to God, to whatever you would like to call this, is strengthening. Okay, and that might be why you're feeling stuck, why you're feeling like no matter what you do, everything just kind of stays the same. Like, you're putting in an unequal amount of effort for kind of a lousy result. And that's not bashing anybody. But again, I think this is really coming from moving more in the 3D and more from like the mental space than moving with faith and moving through your connection to your higher self. Okay, so meditation, obviously, I always preach meditation. It's going to strengthen that connection that you have to your higher self, because what happens is there is already a future version of you. When I say all time is now, it's always now. So there's always a future version of you in your highest timeline, coaxing you, trying to get your attention through angel numbers. Okay, you might be seeing 222 a lot, or 888, or 555 means a lot of change, right? So this version of yourself, this ideal, beautiful future version of yourself, is always like, come this way, come this way, come this way. And sometimes our 3D world can distract us from that. Okay, you're strengthening that connection so that when the storm comes, you're grounded. You're not getting whipped away in the winds of the storm every time they happen. Because let's be honest, in the third dimension, there are a lot of storms that we can get swept away in. Okay, storms that don't even belong to us. So I see that happening for you. This is a Tower. I know this is a really unique deck. This is the Triple Goddess deck that I'm using. Yes, Triple Goddess Tarot. So this is a Tower, if I'm not mistaken. And I see this as such a blessing. I see this not as something happening to your detriment, that you're going to have to backtrack and do all the lousy things that you've already done, and it's just like all that work was for nothing. That is not what this means. This tower is happening for you right now because you are shifting so dramatically. You're shifting your energy so dramatically to a higher state of being. I'm hearing that some of you are listening to subliminals and you're also playing your high frequencies, okay? And what this is saying is those high frequencies and subliminals that you're feeding your mind are clearing your paradigm, your quantum field. So this is proof that what you're doing is working, if nothing else, okay? So don't feel like you're stuck. We're never really stuck. We feel that way, but it's never really true because everything in this universe is constant motion. Constant motion. So a lot of you are having, you either had or you're about to have this major clearing so that you can continue to birth this lavish abundance, this bad bitch version of you or bad boy version of you if you're a man watching. Okay, whatever it is that you're bringing to life, this tower moment is signifying like the queen is here, make way. Okay, so there will definitely be some feelings of grief as things clear out, and I don't want you to fight those things. Okay, I want you in those moments to surrender. It's a lot easier said than done. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But that is where your magic is, in surrendering. Your magic is with you here and now. It's not back there and it's not in the future. It's here and it's now. And it's about to make a lot of waves in your life and the people around you life, okay? So some of you might be moving. I have the Four of Wands here. This might have to do with family also, but I do see some of you moving or making upgrades to your space to just better enhance and magnify the changes that are shifting within you, okay? You want to see them. You don't want to just dream them. You want to see them and feel them and smell them and taste them, like all these things within your home. So your home is very important to you right now. You do need some time to yourself. I'm sorry I stumbled. A lot of things are coming through and sometimes my mouth can't keep up, so bear with me. But I do see you spending like this quality time with yourself or your loved ones at this time, okay? And that's also gonna help you cope with any grievance that you may be experiencing. So that's really exciting. It's really exciting. Your home is your sanctuary. I'm a Cancer rising, so I have a Libra 4th house, but I cannot tell you enough how important your home is to you. Okay, your home is your safe place. Your home is where you go to replenish your energies after a long day. Okay, your home is sacred and it should reflect that. Okay, and now I understand if you live with other people or you rent or like there's so many living situations, but what this is signifying is talking about you just having a special place. Okay, I'm also hearing your altar. Okay, some of you need to dust off your altars, give life, replenish your altars. You just need a sacred space within your home that you can call yours, even if it is a altar in the closet or a corner, something. You need that space, and the universe will grant you that. Okay, very important. Okay, so the next is the Eight of Coins. Okay, so this tells me that you guys have been working a lot. Okay, and that's another reason home is so important, because if you're working a lot and if you're working towards these projects, you don't want to come home and feel distressed. You don't want to come home and feel like helpless, as if like you just can't keep up with all the changes, because that's false. Okay, the devil's a liar. You're very capable of all these things that are coming to you, and I needed to say that. So I do see the Eight of Coins. So some of you, this is a job or a home situation that you're leaving. Okay, that's not for everyone, but there's a job or a home situation that you're leaving or moving into, and it's all going to be for your purpose. Okay, just trust the divine timing of these significant instances. If you find yourself going through a tower moment and you're just like, oh, I can't do this isn't how it was supposed to go, like, okay, if you are kind of like me and you want a certain level of control over everything that happens, this is the biggest piece of advice for that. That moment where things start to feel overwhelming is your cue. That moment, not 5 hours after you've tried to control everything, but that moment is your cue to let go. That's when the magic happens. That's how you make miracles happen in your life, is when you catch yourself feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling a little, maybe a little bit maybe a little bit of doubt about what you're doing. And that is the magic moment that you let go and watch how the universe comes to your rescue. Watch how the universe provides and delivers for you. Okay, because the things that we want to exercise control about, the results of those things are minuscule. They're puny compared to what the universe has for us. And usually that's how we block all of our miraculous blessings, is we want to get our hands in there a little too much. There's a lack of trust. And sometimes it's a lack of faith. We're like, oh, well, if I don't do this, who will? The universe, God, that's who. Next card, the Page of Cups. You guys are gonna be just fine. You guys are gonna be just fine. And what I'm hearing with this is that you're gonna be given this period of time where you're actually, like, the universe, God, your guides, goddesses, everything, like, you're being reintroduced to the world. Okay, so anybody who tried to get in the way of that has their own things to face. Okay, and I want to add that there is no guilt. Do not carry that guilt with you. It will grow roots and sprout in your blessings. Do not carry that guilt with you. Okay, they knew what they were doing when they did it. And forgive them. Don't forgive them because they deserve your forgiveness. Forgive them because you deserve this fresh energy, this fresh blessing, without being reminded of the ick. Okay? What else for my people? What else do they need to hear? Yeah, okay, so I just picked up this deck. This is the Devil card. I see some people, and this is not for everyone, so listen. There are people that cannot stand to fucking see you in your light. Your light triggers the fuck out of them. Your light shines on all of their dusty little corners, and instead of just cleaning themselves up, they want to turn that light off. Okay, some people are obsessed with your downfall. Again, that's not for everyone. If that's for you, you know what I'm talking about. Some people cannot stand to see you happy. They cannot stand to see you blessed and glow and shine like you do. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Definitely, like, return to sender, protect your energy. Okay, if you start feeling a little tired, like, make sure you're on your P's and Q's so that none of these energies being sent your way are going to, like, penetrate you or throw you off at all. You know what's funny? Oh, yeah. You're safe to release your judgments at this time. And what a lot of these people want to do is they want to trigger you just enough. I'm getting like a puppy, you know, like kind of gnawing at like your shoelace or like your ankles or ankle biters. I'm getting just like this irritation energy, and they want you to respond. They want you to react. They want to pull you out of your light, have you tumble down these freaking steps that you spent a very long time and a lot of hard energy climbing up for their own benefit. There are just people like that, and I can't make excuses for that. I can't say why at this time. But again, your revenge in that sense is you being unbothered. This is the Ace of Cups. Love is the highest frequency that you can touch. And this is what I had to say about if somebody's sending you something your way, I don't care if you don't think these people would do that, okay? They might go to church with you, they might smile in your face. They come in all shapes and sizes, and the more you open your eye, the easier it is to see. Trust me, I have, okay, this isn't about me, but if you were to check their Google search history, you would be surprised. Some of them have that, Haitian voodoo death spell, something, and you just be like mind blown to see what's in their Google history, just because they're so triggered by you, because you are beautiful and you are shining. And even on your worst days, when you're feeling this Five of Cups and you're feeling drab and down and depressed, okay, you still outshine them, and that's why they're hating, okay? The more you love yourself, the more those things are just gonna roll off your back, okay? There's truly nothing anybody can do to you. I don't care how much they paid for what kind of magic, okay? I'm about to get real disrespectful, so let me just pull it back. I don't care how long they've been practicing, what they've been practicing, who they paid off to send you some shit. I don't care. I don't care. You in your higher frequencies, like you could get a death spell sent to you and you might just feel like, oh, like my neck hurts today. Like I'm tired. I'm just really tired today, because that's how protected you are in these realms. There is no fear in these realms that you're entering. There is no fear. There is no way those energies can touch you. Keep playing your frequencies. Keep doing your subliminals. And keep letting them hate, because there is no stopping you right now. The only person that can stop you right now is yourself. But you know better. You've learned, okay? If you want your monthly zodiac reading, it's in Patreon below. It's 11/11. You get access to all the readings. Eventually, I'll put some more readings up there, some more bonus readings, some more pick a cards. I really want to do, I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be a surprise. But if you benefited from this reading, I would love to hear from you in the comments. I would love to know who's resonating with this. And like, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what it do. Till next time.